welcome to Story Time, and today we are reading Running Rhino by Bayne Hadithi. Running Rhino. On the great African plain, Rhino was running. Rhino was so short-sighted, he ran at anything that moved. When Rhino ran, all the animals had to get out the way. Have a look. By the rushing river, Crocodile got covered in mud as Rhino raced through the shallow water. Can you see the angry crocodile? In the great forest, Bush Pig ran for cover as Rhino rushed under the trees. And on the dry, dusty plain, Tick Bird got knocked out of her nest as the Rhino ran by. In the shade of the umbrella tree, Lion got covered in dust as Rhino came to a sudden stop. "Rhino, you cannot go on running about like this," said Lion. "Everyone wants you to stop." "I don't want to," said Rhino, "and I won't. I challenge anyone to stop me." "Then a challenge it is," said Lion. "I will call a meeting of all the animals." All the animals gathered on the great African plain. "Rhino has called for a challenge," announced Lion. "Who wants to stop him running?" The animals stayed silent. Even Elephant didn't want to challenge Rhino and his long, sharp horn. "I will challenge Rhino," said Tick Bird quietly. All the animals looked at Tick Bird in surprise. "If I win," said Tick Bird, "Rhino must go live on the steep, stony slopes and leave us all in peace." "If I win," snorted Rhino, "I will run and run and run even more." "And what is your challenge, Tick Bird?" asked Lion. "I challenge Rhino to a fight at sunrise tomorrow," said the Tick Bird. The animals all opened their eyes very wide. Look at them all in surprise. "Ha! That's silly," Rhino snorted. "You can bring in 100 friends to help you and you still won't win. But I only need 3 friends to beat you," said Tick Bird. That evening, Rhino began to worry. Who would Tick Bird's 3 friends be? Down by the rushing river, he met Crocodile and Hippo and Python. "Has Tick Bird asked you to help?" he asked. "We haven't seen him," they all replied. In the great forest, Rhino met Giraffe and Buffalo and Elephant. "Has Tick Bird asked you to help?" he asked. "No, we haven't seen her," they replied. Rhino stopped wondering and went home to sleep. The next day, all the animals gathered on the great African plain. The sun was showing, but Tick Bird was nowhere to be seen. "Oh, of course Tick Bird isn't coming," Rhino snorted. "She's too scared." But then Tick Bird arrived, and she was carrying 3 tiny gourds. There she is with her 3 tiny gourds. "The sun is rising, and the challenge begins," announced Lion. Rhino stamped and puffed loudly and rushed at Tick Bird with a massive snort. And Tick Bird tipped over one of the little gourds, and out came Mosquito. Mosquito flew to Rhino and bit him on the nose. "Ow!" yelled Rhino, skidding to a halt. "Do you give up?" called Tick Bird. "No," snorted Rhino. Tick Bird emptied the second gourd, and out came Bee. Bee stung Rhino on his ears and his tail. Ouch, ouch, yelled Rhino, running around in circles. Do you give up? Called Tickbird. Never, snorted Rhino. And then Tickbird tipped over the last gourd and out came Ant. An ant crawled up Rhino's leg and bit him behind his knee and under his tummy and even on his horn. Stop it! I give up! I give up! Yelled Rhino, rolling in the dust to try and stop the dreadful itching and tickling. Tickbird wins, announced Lion to the cheering crowd. Now Rhino must go live on the steep stony slopes and leave us all in peace. Rhino stomped off all itchy and scratchy and cross, but Tickbird flew after him. I will sit here on your back now and then, said Tickbird kindly, and I will peck you to show that I'm here, and I will always warn you if there's danger. Humph! Puffed Rhino. Then you won't have to run all over the place all the time, agreed Tickbird. Agreed, snorted Rhino. And now Rhino wanders by himself on the steep stony slopes. He still wants to run at anything that moves. But Tickbird sits on his back and gives Rhino a tiny peck. Then Rhino calms down and carries on happily eating grass.